Welcome once again to another exciting class of how you can set up a simple network with Cisco Packet Tracer. So today now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be assigning IP addresses to the routers and the hosts. So let's just get straight ahead. Before you assign IP address, I need not tell you that IP address is of 5 types. Type 4 and type 5 are not used for network, they are used for experiment and research purposes. Type 5 basically for scientific purposes. So type A, or let me say type 1 to 3, that is what we use for our network configuration, and type A starts from 10.0.0.0 to 127.0.0, and let me see 176. It is in your textbook. If you need textbook, I will give you a link to chat me up and collect it. So type B now also has its own range. Type C has its own range. And subnetting, we are going to do subnetting in the next class. Today I'm just going to assign IP address randomly to the hosts and to the networks, then configure the ports of the router. So but before we do that, what we first need to do is we label the networks one by one and assign the IP address to the labels. So you come here, you click on this which symbolizes nodes, place nodes, you click on it, you type down here. So this network, I'm going to be giving it 192.168.10.0. that is the network address I'm going to give it. Also this one here, let me assign 192.168.20.0, and the last network here, let me give it 192.168.30.0. so next is to assign IP address to the serials. So let me say this one 10.0.0.0. Second one, I'm assigning type A IP addresses to them, 20.0.0.0. In the next class we are going to look explicitly more on how you can do subnetting and not waste IP addresses. So now this gigabit Ethernet port, this is gigabit Ethernet 0/0. I'm going to assign, let me assign 10.1, that is 192.168.10.1. You click on the note again, click on the host 10.2, and the last one 10.3. So also this one, let me give this one 20.1, this one 20.2, and this one, the server 20.3. Likewise network 3 30.1, 30.2, and in this case I'm assigning 30.3 to the router port. Still the same thing, not to worry. So now as it stands, you see the gigabit Ethernet ports are not working, they are red. That means they are not receiving any packets because it is administratively shut down. So what we need to do is we need to assign IP address to the ports, to the router, to both the serial ports and the gigabit Ethernet ports, so that they can come up. So I'll start from router 1 again, click on it, click on the command line interface CLI, and what we are doing here now is at the command line interface, first we press enter. This one it will request for my console password, which is Cisco 2, and it will take me to here. I'll type enable. Now it will now request for my secret password Cisco 1. So we are now in the global in the privileged mode, rather, I beg your pardon. So from here, configure terminal, you enter the global configuration mode, then we start configuring. We have and set up administrative privileges in the last class, so we are not going to go over that again. So what we need to do now is to configure the interfaces. So I'm going to start from the gigabit Ethernet interface. Gigabit Ethernet is 0/1. Beg your pardon, I'm not configuring 0/1, I'm configuring 0/0. Interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0. Then IP address, let me type it in full for this one, 192.168.10.1. then you type the subnet mask. For the type C subnet mask, it is 255.255.255.0. then you now said no shutdown. So you can see that the port has changed from the state where it is in before, and it is now initializing, which shows that, and this one has told us that the line protocol on interface gigabit Ethernet has changed state to up. It is down before, it is now up. Also, let us configure the serial port at this router. So this is interface serial is 0/0/0, and in this case IP address 10.0.0.1. beg your pardon, I did not actually label it. Incomplete command. I did not type the subnet mask. 255.0.0.0 and no shut. So also it has changed states to down. Before it is administratively down, but now it is manually down. Why? Because the serial ports will only come on when both interfaces, both ports rather, are on. If one of the ports is down, then the other two will be manually down. But once I configure the other parts here, both of them will come up at the same time. So let me exit. I need to now do copy running config to startup config. So everything is set. Exit. So that is for router 1. But before I continue, let me quickly label the serial ports so that you won't also make that same mistake when you are doing your own. This is 10.0.0.1. This is 10.0.0.2. This is 20.0.0.1, while this is 20.0.0.2. Alright, so this has been configured. Let us go to the second router 2. Also, I'll type my console password, Cisco 2, enable Cisco 1, configure terminal. So let us go straight to the interfaces. This time around I won't be typing gigabit Ethernet info. I'll just type gigabit Ethernet 0/0, IP address 192.168.20.1, subnet mask 255.255.255.0. no shut. It has also changed states. Now also interface serial 0/0/0/0, IP address 10.0.0.2, subnet mask 255.0.0.0, no shut. So as you can see, let me shift this one. So you can see that both of them is now up, because before it is down due to the fact that I've not configured the other ports, but now it is up. So also this area I can do copy run start, so end exit. So we are done with the second router also. So we now move on to the third router. Oh, I beg your pardon. Also, this one too, I still need to configure one other port, that is the serial port here that is going to the other side. So here now, I'm going to go back, Cisco 1, Cisco 1, oh, Cisco 2, yeah, enable Cisco 1, okay, configure terminal, interface serial 0/0/1, IP address 20.0.0.1, subnet mask 255.0.0.0, no short. So it is done manually. So now just do copy, run, start, and exit. So now we now go to the third router and configure. So this one, Cisco 2, enable Cisco 1, Cisco 1, okay, configure terminal interface gigabit 0/0, IP address 192.168.30.3, 255.255.255.0, no short. Also come up, interface serial 0/0/0, IP address 20.0.0.2, subnet mask 255.0.0.0, no short. Has changed it to hop. So do copy, run, start, so and exit. So we have configured the routers. Now let us configure the hosts so that we can send packets from one host to another. And to do this, click on the host itself, come to desktop and click on IP configuration. So the IP address here is 192.168.10.2. So your subnet mask will be automatically failed, that is 255.255. So the default gateway is where your packets will pass through to go out from the network to another network. What am I saying? If you see this router here, if I am going to send packets from this network to the second network, it will come to the switch will pass it to the router, it will pass through gigabit Ethernet 0/0 to enter to go out of the network. So my gateway here is the IP address of that port where my packet is going to pass through. So in this case it is 192.168.10.1. so that is it. So then just close it when you are done. The same thing for this host IP configuration, 192.168.10.3, subnet mask 192.168.10.1. that is the gateway. So just close it. Second network, desktop IP configuration, sorry about that. Okay, IP configuration, this one, 192.168.20.2 and 192.168.10.3. 20.20.1. Server also, click on server, click on desktop, click on configure terminal. 192.168.20.3 and 192.168.20.1. The third one also desktop IP configuration. In this case, the net IP address here is 192.168.30.1 and the gateway is 192.168.30.3 and the same thing here again, IP configuration 192.168.30.2 192.168.30.3. So now if we click on this to send ICMP from this one to this one to tell you it is successful, because if you click here you see successful, the source is PC0, the destination is what? PC1. But what if I now said, okay, let me send from here to here? It won't be successful, it is failed. Why? Because from one network to another, you can't just start sending message without establishing a routing protocol. So when next we are going to meet, I'm going to talk about subnetting for that class. So the succeeding class after that one, then we move straight to routing protocol, and we are going to dissect all the different routing protocols that we have, and we take it one after the other. Enjoy your day. Thank you very much.